I guess, what does it mean to you to have that that accomplishment in your career this early?
It's pretty cool. It just shows that the hard work is paying off. It's been a journey in the league, different from, I don't know if it's different from anybody else, but it's my own journey. It's my own success story, and I'm happy that it happened.
What stood out about the win last night for you? Just seeing the way that Caris and Donovan play together, but you guys as a team.
We fought back. Things weren't going our way. We weren't playing our type of basketball in the first half, but that didn't let us deter from what we can do as a team. So we showed it in the second half.
How do you push that forward to tomorrow and kind of the rest of the season too?
Right. They say always just look forward to the next game, but I do think we have to look back on the Celtics game and say we can do it. We can be with the top teams and we can play our game.
Does a game like that, especially being on the road in a hostile environment, sort of bring you guys closer together in the locker room?
It does. When 30,000 people are against you, you only have the 25 or so guys plus coaches to be around. And, the camaraderie there, it builds chemistry.
When you're on the court with Donovan and Caris, as they have going on what was going on last night in terms of scoring for each, do you realize in the moment how special it is what they're doing?
Not really. It's so much going on. I mean, for me, I just have so much to do. I don't realize it until I look up at the scoreboard and be like, oh, wow, they both had 41. I'm there just to make sure that they have those available shots. I wasn't really counting how many were going in.
I think you said last night on TV, that this game sort of shows you what you're capable of.
Right.
Kind of elevates that maybe.
A little bit. Okay.
No, I mean, now that you've had a little time to think about it, does it even reinforce what you said then?
I think it does. Like you said, it was a hostile environment. It's not an easy arena to play in, especially when the Celtics get going. But we held our own in that environment. It's a playoff atmosphere, and we held our own. We played our basketball.
We've talked about conditioning and how hard this camp is and the beep tests. Are you feeling that paying off early on in the season, especially with a couple of overtime games under your belt?
Absolutely, half and half. I mean, those games are hard. They do wear down the body, but I do think we are ahead of the pack in terms of just our conditioning, our mentality, and just all of that.
How do you ensure that after a big win like last night that there's not a letdown tomorrow night?
You just have to stay together as a team. Make sure everybody knows the common goal. I mean, it's always to win the game, but make sure that we know to come out with that same intensity that we did in the second half.
I know we're only 5 games into the season, but when you look at this first really small sample size, what has stood out to you about just the way that you guys are playing?
It always stands out to me just how together we are, just how much we root for one another, how willing we are to share the ball, how willing we are just to lay our bodies out on the line every single night for each other.
You know Caris better than most. Is this kind of like, last year he was banged up and the trade and everything. Is this kind of more the Caris that you knew, the dynamic, do it all kind of guy?
Yeah, this is, Caris is getting more back to himself. I know the trade, and then I think he was going through injuries. I'm not exactly sure. But now he's getting back into his form. He's getting the confidence back to be the man he was.
Is it really rare to see 2 guys have 41? I mean, I'm thinking back to Kyrie's done it, LeBron's done it, but it's usually not on the same night.
No, not that I know of, no.
All right. Any mattress companies called?
So I wanted to clear that up. This is at my parents' house. I'm not currently sleeping on this bed.
Well, I just thought you might get a good commercial out of it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
What size mattress is it?
It's twin size. So I've had that mattress forever. Your room stays the same once you move out, so it's not changing.
All right, thanks, Jared.
Thanks, Jarrett.